Okay, what's up?
What's going on?
Guys, Nando here, back with one more video. And I've had the Mate 10 Pro for over a week now. So, if you're new to my channel and you haven't done any reviews on the Mate 10 Pro, or you want to watch more reviews on the Mate 10 Pro, feel free to watch the last two Mate 10 Pro videos. I've done an unboxing, I've done a things to consider kind of thing, and I've done a review, and this is going to be the final review on the Mate 10 Pro. So basically, guys, it's a fantastic phone. It's a great phone. Majority of this phone is, to me, perfect. So what's not perfect? Let me start off what's not perfect. Because I think that in today's cell phone, dang, I don't even know why I called it a cell phone. In today's smartphone world, there are things that every phone manufacturer brings across the table. Most bring some sort of water resistance. The Mate 10 Pro does that, check. Most bring a great camera. That's something that this phone does not bring. Most bring great hardware. Most bring a solid UI experience, software experience. Most bring a solid hardware experience. So with that being said, it's hard to differentiate between one phone and another phone. I mean, which phone out there knocks all of those ticks? In my opinion, there's no phone that does that. It's a matter of which phone does that better for you. So let me start off with things that I don't like about this phone, or things that I wish this phone did better, because honestly, there's nothing about this phone that makes me never want to use it. There's nothing about this phone that makes me truly never recommend it. But there are two things about this phone, to me, that I wish it did better, so that I could use this phone every day, guilt-free, no questions asked. And the number one thing for me is this bad boy back here. Look, see that right there? That's the camera. So the camera on the Mate 10 Pro is very good in some situations, and it's good overall, okay? So it's got a two camera lens situation going, like a monochrome, non-monochrome. If you like to shoot black and white and get more of those details, you're going to be good with the monochrome. If you're just a person that whips your phone out of your pocket to take some footage, shoot some video, and you want it to be as great as possible, this phone isn't for you. It's got all the pro features, it's got the tweaks for this and tweaks for that, and if you're into that stuff and you know how to utilize that stuff, then this camera might actually be really good for you. However, if you just want to take your phone out of your pocket, if you just see something, you want to take a picture of your significant other, your pet, this, that, and the other, and you want it to look great, this phone isn't for you. If you're a Snapchat user, I don't know why, and you know, let me paraphrase this by saying that Android on Snapchat sucks compared to Snapchat on iOS. I know that. It's been well documented. However, this camera for Snapchat's horrible. I don't know why that is. This camera for Instagram is hit or miss. So if you're that kind of casual user, social media user, post on Facebook, post on Snapchat, post on Twitter, Instagram, that kind of thing, this camera might not be best for you because it's not going to give you the best quality out there. However, if you are willing to work with your lighting, if you are willing to work with your surroundings, if you are willing to work with the pro features, then this camera is going to be just fine, and in most cases, even better than fine. But for me, okay, when I'm coming from a phone like the Pixel 2 XL, which I did a review and a comparison on with this phone, and I just take a picture, that phone blows me away when I take a picture, because it's like, wow, that picture's so good, I didn't do anything for it. When I come from a phone like the iPhone X for pictures, it's like, wow, that picture's so good, I didn't do anything to make it that great. I just saw the subject, took a picture, and bam, there it is. With the Mate 10 Pro, that's not the case. It's going to give you good pictures. If you don't care that much about pictures, then, you know, this little rant right here about the camera isn't for you. But for me, and I think the majority of casual users of smartphone cameras, the Mate 10 Pro isn't for you. Now, the other thing about this phone that could be hit or miss is the fact that it jumbles a lot of features into its UI. In my last video, I talked about the UI being fast and the UI being an overall pleasant experience, and I still truly believe that. However, after using the phone for over a week, nothing else, you start to see where and why people complain about the UI. I personally don't care about those people's complaints, because to me, what Huawei brings to the table with its features outweighs the cluster, but But with that said, there are some things that are redundant. There are some things that make no sense, and there are things that make you scratch your head as to like, why is that there? What Huawei puts in its software, apps-wise, a lot of them don't ever get touched. And I've tried to use them, but they just don't get used because they're just not good, or there's no need for them. Especially when Android already has a stock version of that app available, there's really no need for that. It doesn't really bother me. However, when I'm going through my apps, when I'm going through the interface, and I know that, for example, if I want to get to battery life, and I just want to see how long my phone's been on, and I want to know how long screen on time I have to like click, 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 and then I can see it. So that sounds stupid, that sounds petty to some, maybe it is, and to most, maybe it isn't. But for me, that's a little annoying, especially when I'm using my Google Pixel 2 XL with stock Android, and I want to go and check battery life. I go to battery life, and right there is laid out. Look, this is how long it's been on. This is your screen on time. And then if I want to go into more detail, I can click on it and then see like what app is using what and for how long. For example, that's an example. So UI-wise, it could be much better. I think the majority of people would agree. However, with that being said, I don't want them to take away from the features. I wish they would just improve and strip down a little bit of the redundancy so that the UI seems a little more refreshed. I think Samsung has done a great job, for example, with TouchWiz. I think over the years, a lot of people, the majority of people hated TouchWiz and probably still hate TouchWiz. However, TouchWiz to me has improved drastically over the years. It's gotten faster, it's gotten snappier, it's not such a memory hog, if you will. So camera and UI to me are the two and really only things that I can ever say, look, it could be better elsewhere. Now, with that being said, there's no phone out there with better battery life than this. This is truly the battery life king. There is no phone out there, in my opinion, currently that merges battery life, beautiful hardware into a package this size. I mean, this is a 6-inch screen with all the bells and whistles specs-wise. It uses 6 gigs of RAM. It uses its own in-house processor that is just as fast, if not faster, than the Snapdragons of the world that we're used to. So you're getting all that. You're getting your water resistancy. You are still getting an IR blaster. You lose your headphone jack, but the majority of people have lost their headphone jack. And you're getting a phone in a slim package, a smaller package in the Google Pixel 2 XL for the same screen size, but looks better, in my opinion, looks polished, looks premium. I don't want to put a case on this phone, but I have to because it looks so good and I'm scared I'm going to mess it up. I love using this phone. With this phone, you get a free case. You get an already installed screen protector. Those things are so small to some, but to others like myself, I love that. And I can't stress that enough. So you get that with this. You get a really, really nice screen. I mean, in my opinion, much better than the Google Pixel 2 XL. You're not getting those blue hues. And if you look at it this way and you look at it that way, is it going to look more blue or more yellow or this, that, and the other? You don't get that with this phone. So you get a fast screen protector where it should be. You tap it and it's on. Watch this, watch this. Tap it and it's on. I can't even turn the phone fast enough around to show you the slowness because there's no slowness. So with the Huawei Mate 10 Pro, you're getting all those things. And, you know, for $800 US, I don't know if you guys are still eligible for the $150 pre-order gift card or not. But for $800 pre-order gift card or not, this phone is definitely a phone that needs to be in people's minds because Huawei is doing great. I mean, this phone checks majority, if not all those boxes. And honestly, if this camera was even remotely close to the Pixel 2 XL, this would be the perfect smartphone for me. This would be the smartphone for me. Excuse me. However, I do take a lot of pictures. I do send a lot of pictures to a lot of people, and the camera, to me, is up there in things that I need to be perfect or close to perfect. So if you guys are looking for a smartphone that lasts forever, charges super fast, looks super good, gives you great volume, front-facing speaker right here with the grill, little tinny, but it's something, bottom rear-facing speaker there. If you're looking for a phone that does all those things, a phone that is fast, a phone that lasts a long time, a phone that has the RAM that you need, a phone that has the processor that you need, and a phone that takes pretty good pictures, this is the phone for you. This might be the only phone for you. However, if you need those things but better, you might need to look elsewhere, but there's really no other phone out there that does these things but better. There's other phones that does some of these things better. Let me know in the comment section below if you guys are considering the Huawei Mate 10 Pro or something else. The Galaxy S9 just got announced. We have dates when it's going to release. Is that a phone that you might consider? Let me know. I might get it, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Like always, stay geeky. Peace, salute, adios.